Today, I wanted to talk about how I would make $10,000 a month ASAP on the internet if I had to start again. Honestly, with this strategy, probably as a baseline beginner, up to about 20K a month. Now, the thing that sparked this idea for me is I was talking to one of my barbers. And I say one of my barbers because I have a barber in basically every major city that I spend a lot of time in. And so I was talking to one of them, and I had a conversation similar basically to this topic with him. And then I went to one of the other cities I spent a bunch of time in, and my other barber there, and we had the same conversation. And then I went to a different city, and I had the same conversation. And I came here to Miami, and I talked to my barber here, and we had the exact same conversation as well. Now you got to understand, with barbers that are switched on, I only go to the ones that are switched on that are going to cut my hair the right way. They're very entrepreneurial, okay? They want to make more money. And you probably watching this are entrepreneurial, and you want to make more money too. And the conversation that we were having, and that I had over and over and over with each one of these guys, you got to remember, these guys are professionals. They're busy, and they like to make money. Just like a finance guy, just like a lawyer, just like an insurance guy. All sorts of, you get the idea. The same traits. It's just a different skill. The conversation we were having is they have a skill that's special and unique that people will come in and pay them for every single day. That's what they do. They get paid to cut hair. They get paid for that skill. Now, if I was a beginner and I was someone that just had skills, which I was when I was a beginner, I had interests, I had passions, I had skills, I had hobbies, I had unique things that I was interested in. If I was in those shoes again, I would do the exact same thing that I did. I was very interested in business and finance. That was my hobby, skill, whatever. And so I basically started a media company around that. That was a theme page. Now that was after trying and failing at things that I wasn't good at, such as dropshipping, or had no idea about the pet products. I had no clue. Why would I do that? Someone that loves pets and loves dogs should start a pet supplement company, a pet dropshipping company, sell little gadgets, stuff like that. That makes sense to me because you're already in the niche. You get it. For me, what made sense to me was the business, finance, media stuff because I was already consuming a lot of that stuff. And what makes sense to me for a barber is to take those skill sets and talk about them online. Talk about them in a video. Now, a good example of this is me right now in this video talking about the skill set of making money. Making money with social media, online. I've been doing it for 7 years. My skill set is honed in. I'm like that guy when it comes to the topic. And so a barber is that guy when it comes to the topic of cutting hair, especially if they're good at it and actually obsessed with it, and they treat it as more than just a job, but as an obsession and a skill set and the thing that puts food on their table for themselves and their family. So I had this conversation with these guys, and they're like, well, I want to make more money. I'm not sure. I see these guys posting online. I'm like, dog, what are you doing? You have unlimited content. Get the ring light, get the camera set up, and film me. Film me. Come on, let's go. Make the content. Post 3 times a day. You do 6 cuts a day. Why can't you film every single one? Why can't you get the GoPro on and do the cut? Oh, well, it's a little awkward, and I'm not sure. Dude, people are going to think it's awkward when you're getting views. They're going to want to come to you because you're the guy getting views and they like your cuts. Every single barber that I've picked, I haven't picked them by like walking in and saying, hey, cut my hair. I've gone on Instagram first and I've searched them up, and they're a business card. Their Instagram is a business card. They got my business because their business card was decent. They had some cuts up there at least. Most guys don't have anything. So my thought process on this, and the thing that is so important, and the thing that I would do again, is I would take each of these skills that I have, I would say, okay, what's the one that I'm most obsessed with? And also, what's the one that I'm best at? And also, what's the most marketable? What are people going to pay me money for? And I would grab that, and I would package it up, and I would take it to the internet, and I would make content about it. And after about 3 months, I'd probably have enough people following me and enough views to where I could sell a product, whether that's a physical product, whether that's a software, whether it's a digital product, whether that's a service. I could package up a product, I could sell a product, and I could get to 10, 20K a month within those 3 months if I had to start from zero again like I did back when I was 19. That's exactly what I would do. I would do what I did again, just better, because I've had 7 years of experience doing it. Now, if you're watching this and you're like, well, that makes sense. I think I maybe have a skill. Dude, go get a piece of paper. Write down everything you're good at. Write down everything you're obsessed with. Write down all your hobbies. Write down all your interests. Write down the things that your friends tell you that you're good at. A good example of this is a lot of fitness guys. You know how people become fitness influencers? They're super jacked already. They get it already. They're already successful, or they're maybe already a personal trainer. They take that skill set, they package it up, they bring it to the internet, they become a fitness influencer, they sell programs, they get brand deals, they go crazy with it. That's how they get there. That's how they make the money. So you're wondering, is it some secret? Is there some special tactic? Yeah, there's some tactics, there's some secrets. There's some things that we do in order to get there. But it's nothing crazy. It really is genuinely nothing crazy other than you have a skill, you package that skill up, you take it to the internet, you talk about it, you build a brand around it, and then people come and follow you, and then you give them a product that they're already looking for, that they're already in search of. That's why they followed your brand in the first place. So these barbers, what did I tell them? I said, look, man, I don't know what you're doing. Get the ring light out, get the camera going, film, chop it up, edit it, do 3 of those a day. After 100 days, I guarantee you have more followers, I guarantee you get more business, and I guarantee you have more opportunity to sell education, to sell physical products. You'll probably get a lot more cuts. Maybe you can go and travel and go to different cities and collab with different people. You don't know where it can go because content is leverage. Why am I making this video right now? It's a leverage for my brand. This will go up. This will be on my talking channel on YouTube. As you can see, it's Nick Talks, okay? Then it'll also get clipped up on my team. We'll clip up a bunch of this. We'll put it on my Instagram. We'll put it on my TikTok. We'll put it on all my clips pages, my various clips pages. That's it. That's the game now. That's how it works. So it's leverage. It's massive amounts of leverage. And if you aren't doing it while you have a skill, while you're a serious professional, I think you're just going to be left behind in the next 3 to 5 years. Look at the billionaires. Look at Elon. He bought Twitter because he understands the power of media distribution. Look at all these other really, really smart people that are on Twitter, for example, or on Instagram, or on YouTube, making content about what they do and then selling something from it. Oftentimes, if it's a skill, they sell education. That is how the game is played. You might hate it, you might love it, I don't care. You have to play the game because this is your opportunity. This is your shot right now. If you're somebody worth something at all, which means if you have a skill set, you have an expertise, you have an interest, you are somebody worth something. And it's only going to get better for you if you get online and you start talking about it and you build a brand around it and you monetize more and make money more off of that. That's just a fact. And that's how I get to 10K a month ASAP, probably within 3 months personally, if I had to start again today from zero. I appreciate you being here. Make sure you subscribe. This is Nick Talks. I'm Nick Rogers. I'll see you in the next video.